Welcome to 7 Report and our first look at the Kangertech Subtank Plus Black Edition. Several months back we received the Kangertech Subtank Mini and Nano, and then a few weeks after that we got an edition of the Subtank Plus, the Standard Edition. Well, Kanger sent us the Subtank Plus Black Edition. Matter of fact, in our vape mail video on this the other day, I said I didn't know for sure if it was available yet. It wasn't on the Kangertech website. Well, I contacted Kangertech, and it's not on their website, but they have shipped it out to some retailers. So you're going to start seeing it showing up, if you haven't already, in some retail outlets. And my source at Kangertech told me probably be a couple of bucks more than the standard Subtank Plus because of the ceramic coating that is on the Black Edition. And that matches, of course, the Subbox mini kit that came out back in June with the Kangertech Subtank Mini in black and white and the K-Box Mini in black and white. Now the thing about the Subtank Plus, the Kanger tells me there will not be a white edition of the Subtank Plus, only the Black Edition. So let's take a look at what's inside the box, and then we'll put some e-juice in this and get our very first vape out of the Kangertech Subtank Plus Black Edition. So here's the Kangertech Subtank Plus Black Edition and everything that comes in the box. Of course, there's the tank, and it comes with an OCC coil already installed. Then inside, you have a second OCC coil, that mini RBA deck, a spare Pyrex tank, which is always nice. Then you've got a package of organic Japanese cotton, and below that, some extra O-rings and some deck screws for the mini RBA, and an extra coil. And the RBA comes with a coil in it already, so there are 2 coils in the mini RBA. Now, the mini RBA coils are rated at 0.5 ohms. Here's the very interesting thing. It kind of surprised me about the Subtank Plus Black Edition. If you can see that, the coil that comes installed in it is a 0.15 nickel coil for temperature control. The second coil, the extra coil, is a 0.2 ohm OCC. That's probably a Canthal wire. That's a standard sub-ohm coil. 2 things to keep in mind, okay? Do not use the coil that's installed on a non-temperature controlled device. Chances are it's not going to read the coil anyway, but you want to make sure you're using a temperature controlled device with that 0.15 nickel coil. The second thing that's even more surprising, the 0.2 ohm coil, the K-Box Mini will not fire it. According to the K-Box Mini owner's manual, it is capable of firing coils from 0.3 ohms. And let me see if I can find that to show it to you. All right, let's see if you can see that, where it says suitable atomizer, 0.3 ohm to 1.6 ohm. Above 1.6 ohm, output cannot reach 50 watts. But they give you coils that the K-Box Mini cannot fire. Now, the Subtank Plus Black Edition will accept the standard sub-ohm coils from Kangertech, a 0.5 ohm. They also have 1.2 and 1.5 ohm coils available, but it is not included in the packaging. So what we're going to do is open this up. I don't have with me a temperature control device, so I'm not going to be able to use the coil that's installed, the 0.15 ohm nickel coil. So we're going to open the tank up, swap out the coils. I do have a device that will fire the 0.2 ohm coil. We'll use the Vaporfy Box 2 50 watt mod that can read down to 0.2. Put some juice in it and get a first vape. So let's, you know what, let's open it up and show you how you do that. You unscrew this here. We'll get a closer look at that coil too once we get this off of there. It's on there good and tight. So here's the coil, and it says OCC 0.15 ohm. And you can tell it's the nickel Once we get that off of there, if you can see, I don't know how well that's showing up, that bottom little O-ring looking thing, that is the indication that it's nickel. Let's pull the second OCC coil out of the box and show you that. See, the bottom of that one is red, meaning it's a standard Kanthal, and you can read on there OCC 0.2 ohm, and it suggested wattage 20, or is that 25 to 80 watts. So we're going to put that coil in there. Again, that goes in pretty easy, just screw that in. We're going to put this back on, and we're going to take the top off so we can put some juice in it. Make sure we get it in there, get it tight. Now this also has the Subtank Plus Black Edition, has the latest airflow control. I don't know how easy I'm going to be able to spin it with it not on a mod. But there's the smallest opening right there. It was wide open when we first got it, and then this is on there very tight because it's just brand new. It does click into place though, and then there's that middle opening. And to put juice in it, you would take it back apart like I had it. Guess I could have left it there, it's not a top filler. And we're going to put some juice in there. Let me grab the juice here, and I'll show you what you need to do to prime those coils as well, because with that organic cotton, you want to make sure you don't dry fire them. So we have our juice. We're going to use some Vapemore Baker's Bean. It's a really very good vanilla, and for brand new coils, and I find that this helps to do it when you're switching out your flavors of your e-juice too. We're just going to put a couple of drops down on the inside. Make sure we get that cotton nice and primed, and then we're going to put it on the cotton that is visible through the e-juice ports there as well. I'll set that down. Get the tank. Now this is 7 mil. This is an amazing amount of e-juice you can put into one of these tanks. We'll just give it a good couple of squirts. Make sure we've got enough to cover those juice ports. That ought to keep us vaping for a few minutes. Put it back together. Make sure it's on there good and tight. And we're going to put it on the Vox 2 from Vaporfy. And we're going to let it sit there for a couple of minutes. We're going to let this soak in and then come back and get a first vape. Okay, we have allowed the e-juice to soak into the cotton in the 0.2 ohm OCC coil in the Kangertech Subtank Plus Black Edition. So I have it at, let's see, it's at 35 watts now. They recommend the wattage range for the 0.2 ohm coil 25 to 80 watts. So we're going to try it at 35 watts, airflow control set to the middle opening. And here's our first vape on the new Subtank Plus Black Edition from Kangertech. First vape. That's quite tasty. I really like this Baker's Bean from Vapemore. Let's open it up and see what it does. Wide open. Whoop, didn't want to take it off of there. That air flow control is really snug. Let's see if I can turn it back the other way. There we go. Now that's wide open. Let's see if it makes much of a difference. All right, let's take it up to, okay, 40 watts, reading that as a 0.2 ohm coil, 3.4 volts, airflow control wide open. That is still really good. All right, let's go to 45 watts. Oh, that's 47. Well, let's try to 47. What the heck? 47 watts, airflow control wide open. That's not too bad either. That's the Kangertech Subtank Plus Black Edition. Comes with a temperature control coil, the 0.15 ohm nickel coil, and a 0.2 ohm Kanthal coil, the mini RBA deck as well. I'm going to be using this extensively over the course of the next few days. Then we'll come back with a full review. I think I'm going to wait till I get a temperature control mod. A couple of those are supposed to be coming from some different vendors, and we'll try out that 0.15 nickel coil on that as well and see how the Subtank Plus Black Edition does on that. Thank you so much for visiting 7 Report today. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out the rest of our website too, 7report.com. You do need to spell out the word 7. We update both the YouTube channel and the website all the time, so please keep coming back. As I said earlier, Kangertech does not yet list the Subtank Plus Black on their website, and there will be no Subtank Plus White Edition, but I'll have a link on the Kangertech, a link in the description section of this video and in the article to Kangertech, where you can find out more about their other subtanks, and I'll try and find a vendor that has the Subtank Plus Black Edition as well. And if not in time for this video, certainly by the time we get the full review done. Thanks again for stopping by, and embrace the vape.